4, the first to raise questions about Kirk Clausen's financial disclosures and his application to run for Congress. And one of the most unprecedented events in Southwest Florida's political history, Clausen's opponents holding a controversial news conference Wednesday demanding more transparency from the man who calls himself the outsider. Clausen surprising everybody by crashing their party, taking over the event, and proceeding to set the record straight. Or did he? Foreigner Corner's Warren Wright is digging for answers. Warren?
Well, it's safe to say a federal financial disclosure form is a maze of rules and regulations. So I reached out to one of the most respected attorneys in Washington, D.C., who is an expert in this field, Tom Spulak, who has served as general counsel for the U.S. House of Representatives Rules Committee, which is a nonpartisan office. At issue, Kirk Clausen created a company called Rewired CEO. With this company, he bought a home in Saratoga Springs in Utah. His company staff originally said it was an investment property for rental purposes. I wanted to know why both the company and the home weren't listed on the financial disclosure. At the news conference, Clausen explained since the property wasn't rented out during the reporting period, he didn't have to include it. He said the caretaker lived in it for free. Clausen then sold the house. When I asked our expert how this all worked, he explained in general terms, as long as a house wasn't rented, then no problem. The sale of a house, well, that may be another issue.
My opinion is that they would have to disclose that because it was being held for investment purposes, notwithstanding the fact that it didn't hit the $200 mark that requires it to be listed on the income side of this, right? So there's income and then there's transactions.
If it is in fact an issue that needs to be fixed, it's not really a big problem. All it requires is a simple amendment to the disclosure form. If it is an issue and Clausen doesn't fix it, he could face a fine. Warren Wright, Fox 4, in your corner.